2 lovely books in the mail and a very generous donation. So thank you so much for sending that along.
Okay, great. That's very important. Okay, you're gonna get a quiz on a story eventually. No. So Beth, do you want to do the intro for everyone?
Absolutely. So thank you all so much for joining. As I've already mentioned, we are taking this time so that Sumal and Olivia can present their donation to you, and so that they can chat a bit more about their winning stories and their love for kind of writing and that journey, and I guess ultimately how they chose Operation Smile to benefit from their donations from book sales last year. So thank you so much everyone for joining. So we have on the call Ivy, our founder. We have Sumal and Olivia, who are our winners of the Kids Write for Kids challenge last year. And then I'll hand over to Operation Smile if you guys want to do a quick intro to each of you.
Should I start? I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm Ivy. I started this contest back in 2012. It was a small little project, a not-for-profit project, and then it ballooned to what it is today. Now we are a full-fledged charitable organization with a foundation, education focusing on creative literacy. And we've expanded our writing contest to 2 other programs. We also offer a free virtual writing workshops every Saturday for 1 hour, where we have 7 volunteers facilitating a writing workshop. It's free. It's kind of why any student from grade 4 to grade 8 can just register and participate. So it's awesome. And we converted into virtual when COVID started. Before we were doing physical at public libraries and stuff, right? And then in addition, we also have one additional program, which is the Wave blog. It's for grade 8 to grade 12 students, for them to continue their writing journey, where they share their personal life experience, life lessons, and learning with other students. It's a peer-to-peer blog, and it's wonderful. I'm hoping that Olivia and Sumal can contribute to some of the Wave blogs, and students earn volunteer hours. So it's kind of very, very exciting. It's a win-win situations. And since COVID, we've had a lot of students wanting to write to earn their volunteer hours. So that's been super, super, super exciting. Yeah, so I'll pass it on to Sumal, just going horizontal here. So Sumal, do you want to introduce about yourself?
Hi, I'm Sumal. I'm a high school student, and I am the winner of this year's contest. I entered last year at a poetry collection, and yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know when a good time.
So you're the office. So you're So Olivia, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm excited to be here. I wrote the other story. Yeah, the artwork's beautiful. I know, right?
Yes,
I was really excited when I saw it.
Yeah, so we have so every year we recruit. So I go to OCAD, Ontario College of Art, the open house, right? And I look at the illustrator, and then I reach out to them and ask them if they would be interested to illustrate for us, right? So I started this. I've started going to these colleges, I think 5 years ago, and it's been great. There's the students, the grads, and and they really, really love getting involved in this, right? So it's been amazing. So we're very, very fortunate working with amazing students that's able to contribute, their time and stuff. So yeah.
Supporting more youth, it's awesome.
Candy, do you want to introduce yourself?
First of all, what a wonderful way to fuse together literacy and illustrative arts. Just incredible. So hats off to both of the authors and to the illustrators who contributed. My name is Candy Keeler. I am the Community and Engagement Specialist at Operation Smile Canada. I am thrilled to be here. We love seeing how our youth are blazing trails with, all of the innovative ways that they are expressing themselves amidst, these incredible challenging times, and are really really just, sharing their talents and inviting people to learn more about giving back. And we're thrilled to be the recipients of your donation. So thank you so much.
Mary, do you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. So I am the student program specialist with Operation Smile Canada. I've been with the organization for, I think like 2.5 years now. Time really flies. I have the privilege of working with all of our students and youth across Canada from coast to coast to coast, and help them with their projects, their initiatives. All our students have the most creative ideas. I'm sure Ivy and Bethany, you can testify to this. Students always have the most imaginative spirit and entrepreneurial spirit. It's so incredible to see and such a privilege to be able to work with. I have to say, I'm a huge fan of the Ripple Foundation. Actually, on a side note, I wish that a program like this had existed when I was a child, because I had a lot of trouble with reading and writing, and I actually had to do after school workshops for literacy. So this seems like such a great program, and I'm sure it benefits so many people.
Oh, thank you. And last but not least, Waters.
Caitlin.
Is it Kate? Is it Kate Karen?
Caitlin, or just Waters, my last name, whatever works. You go with the flow. I'm Caitlin. I started Operation Smile in the summer of last year. I work with talent and culture, so I work with mainly medical volunteers and staff here at Operation Smile. I help out a lot with if community or student need a hand, I'm there. Anytime a medical volunteer needs to be sent out to another country for a program, long or short term, I'm there helping them on board, getting their flights ready, getting them out, and then checking in on them. It's kind of a pleasure to be a part of this meeting. Like Mary said, I also had that kind of struggle. So having a Ripple Foundation that not only motivates students and youth to kind of grow their abilities, but also make them feel comfortable for, all of the talents and gifts that they have to offer.
Oh, great. That's great. Awesome. So should we proceed with the check presentation, Beth?
Let's go for it.
Okay, so I think what I'll do is I'm going to share my screen, and I want to make sure the check is right in the center when I do this. So I share screen. Is there any questions you guys want to ask Olivia Sumel to the foundation?
I would love to know where our two authors got the inspiration for their books.
Can you hear me? I think my voice was lagging a bit.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister, we love taking walks. We have a lake by their house, so we would go a lot to the lake, and it's obviously I think nature has a very writable energy. Everything about it is very poetic in a sense. So when I would come home, I would try to write poetry inspired by that. So then over months, I kind of had a collection of very similar poetry, and then I decided to combine it and submit it. So
that's wonderful. And Olivia, how about you? What was your inspiration for learning to fly?
I wish mine was that cool. My friend from Japan, she likes to send me songs that I can't understand constantly, but I really enjoy the music videos. And one of them, I didn't understand the song at all, but the music video weirdly inspired me. It was it was very abstract. It was about escaping some sort of prison, and these two boys who built a plane. And for some reason I was like, you know what? I can write something right now. It gave me kind of a creative spree, weirdly. And I had already written something else that I was going to submit, and I wrote them Learning to Fly in 2 hours. The other one took me a week. This one I wrote in 2 hours, and I was like, you know what? I'll just do this one.
That's amazing. And I guess as well, it would be so great to share with Operation Smile why each of you thought that, they would be kind of a great charity to benefit from the donation.
So I actually was born with cleft lip and palate, and so growing up, my grandparents like subscribed to like the pamphlets, and we would get the pamphlets at home, and I would like look at them, and I would just find it cool. I would just like look at the people who couldn't like afford surgeries and now could because of Operation Smile, and that just made me really grateful for being able to afford the surgeries. And so over the couple of years, my family donated a lot there, so it felt like a good place to pick.
That's great.
I kind of like my whole family has donated for like a while now. We always get the pamphlets. We're always donating. My dad takes great pride in it. So I just decided, you know, I think it would be something great to forward more to.
That's amazing. So I guess, is there any other questions from Operation Smile about the winning books or anything that we do here at Ripple Foundation?
I just want to first of all commend these young authors for, you know, not only sharing their personal journeys, but also sharing their creative process. I know that when we express ourselves, it can be a very sort of vulnerable space. And I love that the Ripple Foundation is empowering youth to express themselves freely and to be able to share that and feature their work. I mean, it's incredible. And it's really what we try to do at Operation Smile by helping children have access to safe and effective surgery that helps them to have a smile. It also saves lives. It allows them to live fully and to be able to reach their potential. So all of the donations that we've received that, you know, we can put back into those programs really just continue to fuel the future potential of all of these amazing children across the world. And we're just so grateful that we're able to work together to make this possible.
Oh, great. Oh, how did you do that? The heart.
Oh, there's just reactions on the bottom, right
Oh,
beside the cord, and then you could just click one.
how do
I
I?
had the heart.
Oh, I don't have reactions. Where?
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, okay. I guess it's an add-on.
Maybe, I don't know. It's just a part that I'm on right now. But one thing I guess I did notice was in your about the author bios.
Yes.
I love Percy Jackson, Olivia. Like that's just like it's so. Largan Lerman and the books are fantastic, and I also love Alan Gratz, who wrote the book Refugee. I don't know if you read that, Samal, but it was like one of your favorite authors. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, of course, like that book is like so fantastic, and he's such a good author.
Okay, so I'm going to do a screen grab of everyone with the check, so everybody can just smile.
Here, I'll put the books up.
Yeah, so, okay. Okay, smile, everyone. Okay, great. Let's do another one. Yeah. Let's do another one with your face. Yeah, like that. That's better. Okay. So I'm going to try another one. Okay, awesome.
Amazing. Ivy, was there anything else that you wanted to add about Ripple Foundation and the contest?
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so because I know that you guys deal with a lot of youth, right? So the contest is it's an annual contest. It takes place October 1st every year and ends on March 31st, right? So this year the contest is going to end on March 31st. So very exciting, to see how many entries we received this year. We have 12 people in judging panel, and Olivia and Smell is going to be on this year's judging panel. They're going to be reading a top 10 story and help decide which is going to be the winner this year. So that's always very exciting. So this is one of the perks of being the winners as well. In addition to donating the net proceeds to Charity Choice, they also get to be on the on part of the judging panel. So that's very exciting. This October, we're also going to be planning to do something very ambitious, something we've never done before, is to host an annual virtual youth conference for grade 4 to grade 12. It's very, very new. We've never done this before. We want to take this opportunity because since our program has been running for over 10 years now, a full decade, we really want the opportunity to bring our students together, to collaborate, to learn from one another, and to learn from, some professionals as well. So there's going to be workshops, keynote speakers, presenters. So it's going to be very, very exciting. We're looking to launch a website, probably in April, May, to promote these events. So for sure, we'll share that event with you so you can share with other students as well. We don't believe there's anything quite like this in Canada ever before, like a youth workshop, a youth virtual conference to say. So yeah, it's going to be a very, very exciting time for us. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to add?
I was going to say I'm really excited to read all of the new stories. My brother's trying to convince me to pick his, even if it's not good. A whole bunch of my friends have been trying to con their way in, but, I promise I'll stay true.
It's funny because the way how stories are being judged, all this, so the top 10 stories will be off format in the same layout. It'll be like a blank entry so that the person reading it has no idea who wrote the story, what age, or any information. They'll just actually read the story. All the stories are from exactly the same thing, right? And then they're going to go online and they're going to rate each of the story based on 3 criteria, right? So the criteria are broken down in creativity. It's worth 40%, right? So creativity is one of the huge things. And then the next 40%, okay, it's the detail of the story, the plot, the storyline, and all that wonderful stuff that what makes the story, right? And then 20% is based on the technicalities, onto the grammar, the spelling, So it's basically so this is like a matrix in terms of how each stories are rated. So they will log in on on a secure site and rate each of story based on these criteria. From 0 to 10 stars. And then basically we, combine the score and the one with the biggest score wins, right? So because everybody's doing this online on their own, no one is influencing what other people are thinking about the story, right? So it's totally non-biased. So it's very exciting. And I obviously, because we calculate our score, so I see the score in the end. And we're very, very excited because my student score, it's almost like a horse race. You think, okay, I think this one's going to win. No. Okay, and then more scores come on. And then that's one. So it is very, very exciting, right? And I have to admit that I find that the toughest judges are the students. They are the toughies. Based on all the years when we look at the scores. But but it's very, very exciting. And we have 3 editors that filters all the entries to narrow down to the top 10, right? So that's how it works. So the judges are only reading the top 10 final stories. So it's very, very exciting time. Okay.
It is.
So that's wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that. I mean, it's so impactful to see their journey, right, through the foundation, and then their opportunity to then sort of advance their skills and even come back to critique other writers, right? Which is another skill set. So, just an incredible program. So thank you so much for all the amazing work that you're doing and for considering us to be your charity of choice. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, and one more thing is that Sumail did a Meet the Author video. So if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's on her page on the website. It's also on the YouTube channel. We have a Kids for Kids YouTube channel. So previous authors, they get an opportunity to participate in a Meet the Author video. So it's basically a 1-2 minutes that talk about their writing journey. So it's very, very exciting. It's very inspiring, right? So, I also suggest if you haven't, go and watch it. Sumail did a great job in terms of editing the whole thing. I was totally blown away.
That's brilliant. I can share a link to those after as well so that you can have a look at some of our previous winners as well over the years. It might be interesting to see. Sumal or Olivia, did you have any questions for Operation Smile at all?
I can't think of any at the moment, but I just wanted to say, like, your initiative is really cool, and I appreciate your, like, mission and stuff.
Amazing.
That's wonderful. Thank you. If you guys do have any questions at all, I believe Bethany has all of our contact information, and we'd be happy to answer any questions or tell you about any of our patients if you're eager to hear about them.
Amazing. Well, Ivy, unless there's anything else from your side, I think that's kind of wrapped up everything. And thank you all so much for joining. It's been, you know, such a special moment to be able to present this to you and, you know, see what an impact, you know, Olivia and Sumal's writing journey can have in the wider space. So thank you so much for that. Ivy, is there anything else that you wanted to add before we end at all, or anything else you wanted to do?
No, I think this is great. You know,
Yeah.
Thank you, Beth, for arranging coordinated time. I know it's been very challenging for 7 people.
That's okay.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
Fantastic. Well, thank you all
Thank you.
so
Have
much.
a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.